Greetings, this is Jed Shlackman, and in this particular segment I'll be covering the topic of stress and exploring coping skills for stress, giving you an overview of this topic. So I will be providing some guidance on how you can transform your response to stress with a combination of mind-body coping skills. Stress is our subjective experience when we have more pressure than we are prepared to comfortably handle. Stress isn't necessarily good or bad, it is just our experience of pressure and discomfort. For example, when an athlete puts stress on his or her muscles, that athlete is actually building stronger muscles that can handle more demands as their training progresses. With other stresses in life, we can also see them as catalysts for building more skills, more strength, and resiliency. We do also want to recognize when the pressure is too much to process or address at once, and we need time to pause, to take a break from excessive strain, and to refresh ourselves. I will share some core methods of coping with stress, and in subsequent sessions we'll practice exercises to help relax, refresh, and harmonize the body and mind. Stress is generated in part by psychological and emotional patterns within ourselves, such as our beliefs and expectations, our sensitivity to our social environment, and our self-confidence and self-worth. Those internal factors guide how we perceive and react or respond to whatever arises in our external environment. Sometimes we can change or we can remove ourselves from an external environment in order to relieve stress. That may be a temporary solution or long-term solution, depending upon the circumstance. As an example, if you have a stressful relationship with a significant other, and it's an abusive situation that your partner isn't willing or able to address, then you might choose to leave the relationship. And the stress involved at that point no longer seems justified by any of the benefits that you may have felt you were getting from the relationship. There are some situations where we may have little or no control over the external circumstances. We might not be able to get away from an environment, and we might not be able to affect how other people are treating us. In those situations, we will be pushed to apply coping mechanisms that help us not feel overwhelmed by the stress. Often those coping responses are forms of temporary mental escape, such as retreating into mental fantasy worlds, into social media, video games, various substance addictions or behavioral addictions. It could be spending a lot of time in an activity such as work, school studies, or hobbies that helps you not think about the situation that is distressing. However, we can build some mental skills and mind-body skills to better handle our thoughts, our emotions, and our body sensations so that we can be more calm and present and not impulsively respond to stress in ways that could become counterproductive or addictive. One approach is referred to as mindfulness or mindfulness meditation, or mindfulness-based stress reduction. Mindfulness practices train us to reduce our identification with our thoughts and perceptions, so we are able to observe them and not be compelled to react to them. With mindfulness, you can just be the witness or observer of your environment, of your body, of your physical surroundings, of people in your social circle or workplace, and so on. You just notice what is without having to judge it or react to it in the current moment. We tend to live our lives feeling rushed and ever ready to react. We are usually mentally focused in the past, such as regretting or resisting the realities that we can't go back and change, or in the future, such as seeking to prepare for and control possible realities that haven't occurred and may never occur. Training ourselves to be more in the present moment and free of the mind's preoccupation with protection and control can help us relax and slow down. Another approach involves our breath and our life force energy. In the tradition of yoga and other ancient healing arts and spiritual practices, it is recognized that the breath is inseparable from the flow of our life energy. If we can breathe more consciously, such as breathing more slowly or more deeply, then we shift the flow and pattern of energy which affects the body and the nervous system. Stress stimulates the nervous system to generate rapid responses, such as fight, flight, or freeze. When we are rushed, we don't have time to focus or think and make clearer, wiser decisions. Sometimes in life there is an immediate threat where we do need those rapid responses to ensure our safety. However, many times that state of nervous system hyperstimulation actually impairs our ability to handle a situation since it inhibits rational thinking. The nervous system can be calmed down in a variety of ways. The sympathetic response, or the stimulation response, can be neutralized with a parasympathetic or relaxation response. Breath work is one valuable way to do this, since the breath rather quickly impacts the whole body, including the heart rate and the brain waves. Chemical substances are often used by people to force the body into a calmer state. However, those often have adverse side effects or withdrawal effects and can become substance addictions or dependencies. Working with breath and energy to help entrain the body to shift into a more relaxed state is a safer approach that can be applied in any time or place. Breath is something that we all have. Without it, we would not be here experiencing life in a physical body. Now, another valuable resource is visualization. Visualization helps us shift our mental focus and attention. We experience whichever reality is generated in our mind in any moment, and that is then reflected in our body. We can imagine the taste of biting into our favorite foods, and our mouth will literally start to water and salivate as if the food was actually there. Thus, if we have become over-focused on a distressing mental reality, vision, or story, sort of a mind movie, then we can shift things by starting to visualize and connect with a different mind movie using our imagination, our memory, and our senses. Visualization mentally transports us to another reality, and even if we don't have the chance to physically take a vacation or visit a place where we naturally experience relaxation, we can go on that journey within our mind and experience tangible physical and emotional benefits from doing so. In addition to these mind-body practices, there are other resources that can also help shift our mind-body energy feedback system to reduce or relieve stress. Some involve our senses, such as art, music, and sound, exercise, dance, crafts, therapeutic aromas, and the soothing touch of massage or the light, energetic touch of Reiki. Other resources include social or spiritual support that helps us feel less burdened and not alone in facing challenges. We can also use nutrition and herbal remedies that help our bodies adapt to stress and recover more quickly when we're feeling drained or strained by the impact of mental and emotional pressure. We are designed to use these elements of nature to maintain our well-being, and when we are under extra stress, our bodies need extra nutritional support, since stress depletes nutrients from our bodies and increases the buildup of toxins and metabolic waste in our bodies. While it is common for many people to use a drug such as alcohol to get brief relief from stress, that will actually further impair one's ability to cope with stress in the long run, in part because alcohol and many other drugs contribute to nutritional deficiencies and toxic burdens in the body, the opposite of what we want to do if we wish to support our body in handling stress. Natural foods, essential fatty acids, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and probiotic microbes can all play a role in helping the body maintain better balance when we are under stress. I hope that this overview has provided valuable information that can help you begin preparing resources to handle stress more successfully in your own life. In other sessions, I will be sharing some more in-depth exercises for you to practice and to apply. For now, I would like to wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.